Good morning. Uh it's Words Day. Today is Words Day. Um Here's the plan. We're gonna do this for like an hour, as is the usual. Unless I'm really feeling it. Or I'm really not feeling it, I guess. We're gonna play kind words. Um and by play I mean it's not really a game, right? It's you know what I mean. Fuck. If you're watching the Kind Words 15, you've probably seen a couple of the other ones. Um, but I really want to play Diablo. Diablo's the thing my heart is telling me to play. Because I've only got a couple more days, and I got the day off. But we got to do weekly words. It's important. It's important for our sanity to attempt to maintain some perspective on the lives of other people. Maybe transfer that perspective to my own life. Which we haven't been doing great at so far, but that's life. That's us. We're completely fucking brain dead, and we tell people bad things. We say the wrong thing in every situation. Then I'll end stream. I got some cleaning to do. I gotta go do some dishes. I gotta clean my space up. I'm a fucking slob right now. Today's the day I get rid of at least a portion of my depression pile. I gotta clean up some of these Cheez-It boxes. They've been sitting here for like 3 weeks. There's really not that much. I've got like 2 grocery bags worth of trash that I could clean up in 5 minutes if I just go do it, but I fucking haven't done it in forever. It's bad. It's bad. We've been being bad about it, but then I gotta do some dishes, and my laundry's going an hour. In an hour, it'll be about when it's ready to get swapped. So we'll do all that. I'll clean up for a little while. Maybe a little while after that, we'll come back and we'll play some Diablo. Or some single-player Tarkov. I feel like I gotta play Diablo while I can, though. The other thing is, I've been singing all morning, just listening to music, blowing my voice out, yelling, so we'll see how that goes. I can already feel I'm kind of sore because I was screaming in the car on the way home. Not screaming, just, loudly singing. But yeah. Yeah. About Diablo, I like it. I think it's pretty good. I'm not one of the people who's like been able to play 25 hours of it already and grind to the max level for the beta and complain about how little content there is in it for Act 1 of the game, and I'm not one of the people who is playing endgame Diablo anyway, or Path of Exile, or any of those. Like my friend Webs, developer of Sanctum Arcadia. He loves that Path of Exile. And you can see some of it in his game. So I don't know if I'm the best person to give review of Diablo 4 beta, but I have loved Diablo my entire life. Diablo, I love Diablo 1. Diablo 2, I don't know. It's, I love them all. Diablo 3 I liked. I wouldn't say I love Diablo 3, but, it's got its place. The way I play games, I don't stick around long enough to do all the seasons. Normally. So, we maybe didn't, get to enjoy that the way some other people did, but I like Diablo. And I like this one. It's not that complicated, you know? Wish I could play the Necromancer, but couple of months. What else did I want to say? Was there anything else I wanted to say? Not really. Not that I can think of. We got a Dancing Gremlin sticker, though. His dance is not complex, but it comes from the heart. What did we ask about last time? Oh, yeah. Intrusive and impulsive thoughts. Oh. You ever want to just swerve your car off the road in the snow and crash into a tree and kill yourself? Oh yeah, me neither. When I didn't have as many hobbies as I did now, I would have tons of intrusive thoughts. I would overthink everything and it would turn into anxiety and restless thoughts. My hobbies helped me focus my energy towards creating and expressing it, rather than it going aimlessly. And that's a good answer, dude. Thank you. I have this one. And didn't give us a sticker. Kind of a dick move, though. Thank you for the letter, though. Hey Jay, that was the right sticker pack. Thanks. The love was a giveaway. Oh wait, what the fuck? You're not supposed to be able to reply to me. Do you play an instrument? I started playing acoustic guitar a year ago. Now all my troubles seem so far... Now all my troubles seem so far away. Would recommend it. 10 out of 10 IGN. I do play an instrument. Or I did. I started out playing trumpet in 4th grade, 5th grade. I swapped to baritone, euphonium. Could have played the tuba or the trombone probably, but I played the baritone and the euphonium. And I can play a little piano. That one a lot less piano than the other ones, but I haven't in probably 16 years. So, but I still have them. Last time I was in the basement digging around and I saw the case for my instrument, I pulled it out and blew through it for a second, you know? Played it a little bit, but I should go dig it up. I don't have enough room. I mean, not that it takes a lot of room to play a euphonium, but it's kind of a big case. It's kind of a pain in the ass to keep around in my bedroom right now. I've come to accept the lows of life just as there are highs. I don't let myself drown in the lows, but acknowledge that sometimes it's part of life. If it does get really hard, I would find a distraction. Video games. Exercise, travel, or anything else that keeps me busy. See, speaking my language with the vidya. Thank you. Also no sticker. Kind of weird. I feel like everybody gives stickers on every letter they send, and we got 2 of the 3 today didn't have a sticker on them. Wait, 3 of the last 4 didn't have stickers on them. That's interesting. I wonder if this N is the same as the N who replied to us last week. They started with sometimes. Oh, okay. Thank you, everybody, for your replies. Yeah, I don't know. Intrusive thoughts. There's some things that, like, I've thought about killing myself a lot. Not to, like, be a huge downer for the beginning of Words Day, you know? But, like, ever since I was, like, maybe puberty, ever since I was, like, 11, 12, it's been daily. And not, like, not always. There's ups and downs to it, I guess. It's not every day. Some days are better than others. Sometimes sometimes there's a video game coming out or a TV show or a movie, and it's like, I'm just gonna make it to that. I'm gonna make it to the release of that. And that's how I set that goal, you know? Not that I'm setting the date that I'm gonna kill myself, but I have done that before, but that it's like, I'm definitely not doing it until fucking season 8 of Game of Thrones comes out. I gotta see that train wreck, you know? Sort of thing. And then I'll pick something else in the future that I can focus on and hope for and want. And maybe that's part of, now that I say that, maybe that's part of why I swap games so much. Part of why I don't stick with games is because I've got to pick a new game, you know? Good morning, Mascota. Hello. And I don't know. That might be exactly why I swap games so much and I play different things all the time. Or part of it. A big part of it, probably. We're getting more thanks. Trouser fishes and gojis. What else? We've had some other intrusive thoughts before, you know? It's a little hard to think of them when you're not trying to think of them, I guess. But yeah, I like that. That was a good question last week. We did okay last week. Let's view some requests. O says, I have gum disease right now. And I'm stressed out of my mind because I can feel some tooth movement. I don't have a checkup till April, and a dentist has told me that teeth falling out isn't out of the question. Has anybody experienced something similar? I'm panicking. I don't think I've ever had gum disease. I've had pretty healthy teeth. That said, I haven't visited a dentist since I was 17. It's been... it's been 18 years since I've been to the dentist. It's been longer than I've been to the dentist since the last time... Since the age I was... Fuck, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But I've got pretty good teeth. They haven't bothered me in that long, right? I think at a certain point, if you just take care of them, they don't... Not bothering you, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I've never had gum disease that I know of. I think I would know if I had it. My gums have never been like red. I kind of brush my gums when I brush my teeth, you know? I think you're supposed to do that, so they're not like tear them up hard brush or anything, but like, you know, I take care of my teeth. I floss and shit most of the time. Some of the time. Um, but that said, I have in my head and had dreams about my teeth falling out. I've had like I felt like sometimes my teeth were a little loose and I was like freaking out about it. I've experienced what this person has experienced with the panicking about my teeth falling out, like waking up in the middle of the night, thinking about what do I do when all my teeth fall out. Um, which I think maybe means I don't have any idea what to tell this person because I still have that concern, you know? It'd be cool to have your sister. Is your sister your dentist, or do you go to some other person for your dentistry? Is it worse to have your sister see inside your mouth and go, "You're not brushing your teeth enough," or would it be better for it to be a stranger? Because your sister can tell your parents, you know, your sister can make fun of you at every family gathering. Ask to see your teeth at Christmas or New Year's or whichever, whichever holidays. Um, I don't think we can reply to this one. Now that I'm thinking about it, we've experienced something similar, but I don't really have any advice for him because I was stressed out about it at the same time. It's not like I like mine. My teeth are fine, so they just went away. But this guy's teeth might not be fine. He's got gum disease, and what do I tell him? Dentures are pretty good. That's not what he's gonna want to hear. Not a good thing to start off with, you know. Feel some tooth movement is so vague too, because like I think a lot of the time when I feel the tooth movement, I'm completely imagining it, and it's like because I ate some spicy food, I burned my gums or something, and like so they swell a little bit, and I can feel my teeth a little more than normal or whatever. Um, did I say spicy? I meant hot, but like that's not the same thing, you know. My tooth isn't actually gonna fall out because I ate hot food and burned my mouth. It just hurts, right, when you burn your mouth, like, and then you can feel it more. So it's sort of like in my head, it's in my imagination. Fuck, I really don't know what to say to O, dude. Whereas he might have like tooth movement, he might be able to wiggle his fucking tooth back and forth. I think we just gotta. We're gonna let other people with bigger brains handle that one. I think. Fuck, I feel bad for skipping O, but because this is the first one we open up on, you know. I'm worried about what to do in life. I feel like nothing I do makes a change. I'm just living the same day over and over again. I'm trying hard to achieve my dreams, but seeing my tries do not taking me much further is really disappointing. Should I be making plan B and settle for less than what I want? Oh man, we're not a good person to give advice on this one either. Fuck. Um, Uh, 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 uh. There was something else I wanted to say about Diablo, but I can't remember what it was. I kind of wanted to go through and like look at Reddit comments. People who played Diablo and like, because you know Reddit's always gonna complain about shit. And like see what they're saying. And I thought that might be interesting to do on stream for a minute. Not during Kind Words Day, but it's just what I have in my head. Do the thing you want to do until it works. We're gonna leave that. We're leaving the commas out. What do we want to say? It's not a race. Plan B is okay. Stability. Any other things we want to like include in here? I think those are the only other two things I want to say. It's okay to go for plan B in order to make a more stable position to continue. All right. This is called Kind Words. Philip, my friend. It's not a game so much as a little thing where people come on and they write a note about something that's bothering them and you can reply. It's all anonymous. This person is asking, like, should they give up their dream? And we say no. And we say no. You should do it. This is real life shit. It in the last I've had Kind Words since like I don't know when it came out, 2017 or something. In the last 2 years, I would say it's become a lot more like trans teenagers. Like, there's a lot of trans people on this right now, which I really don't know how to help them. And it's a lot of like Chinese teenagers. So we get some Google Translate stuff going, but it's good. I mean, it's like a little advice giving thing, or like just trying to be nice to people and telling them you love them, and you're going to be great. Good luck, love you. And you get to give us little stickers. Is it free? I don't remember if it's free. Shit. It's been a long time since I installed it. I think it's free. I haven't looked at the store page in Kind Words in ages. We're gonna give him the snowman. And this cute ass postman deer brings us the mail. And it plays lo-fi music in the background. Really relaxing music. It gives you new songs and new stickers and new cute little things to decorate your room with. We've got this little cabin, but we can change the theme if we want to. Oh, we like the cabin. My friend likes this one friend that both of us know. He's openly said that he likes her / find interest. I think you can get away with that shit, dude. You're a boss-ass bitch. You're unstoppable, and fuck it, we ball. I think there's some audience for that in Kind Words. But so do I. I've been supporting him through, and although it hurts me inside, I don't want to ruin our friendship. I don't know if I should move on or not. Huh. Well, what do we want to try and say? I want to try and say that it's still going to be awkward when he's the ex. It's still going to be, if they break up, it's still going to be awkward to date your friend's ex, right? I guess you're right. It doesn't say that they're together yet. Get it while it's hot. Awkward ex. There's other people out there. We have very limited space. We've got 14 lines to write our note. So I normally I do it in my head, but I try and think of like the points I want to say before I write my shit out so that I don't write too much about one and then leave out the room for the other ones. This one friend. This one friend. This one friend. This is our... We get to try and, like, read way more deeply into the fucking 5 sentences that we get than we should, too, you know? How much can we infer about this 15-year-old's life from the phrase, this one friend, you know? You can't say I don't think there's hope on Kind Words, dude. That's so mean. One or the other of you definitely needs to pluck up the courage to go. Finding interest. He said finds interest. I don't know what really that means. If all you're doing is finding interest, some other schlub is going to get to her first. Alright, get it while it's hot. Checked off the list. Well, even if you don't know if they're a man or a woman. This might be a fucking 12-year-old. You can't say woman up to a 12-year-old girl. Get older, you know? Yes, we don't have a lot of context a lot of the time. A lot of the time we have zero context for what they're talking about. It makes it hard to answer. But it'll be better to just move on. It will be just as hard for your friendship if you try to date your friend's ex as if you know what? Fuck it. I had a Steam account. Well, no, I didn't. I didn't have a Steam account before I was 13. It's not true. I think I probably did, actually, but it's not this one, and I don't remember it. There's other fish in the sea. Other beautiful... Oh my god, if we could spell it. Beautiful people out there. And find somebody else. That, and I bet the Chinese 12-year-olds are really not listening to our Steam requirements, you know? I could try and fix my sleeping schedule, but I always end up falling asleep at the wrong time. I'm a night owl. It makes me feel terrible when I wake up because I could be using that time in the day to hang out with my friends. It's been a few weeks. Any sleep schedule advice? Washelly TV? Yeah, it's not really. We really can't do anything to help this person. It's not all like advice, right? It's not all asking for advice from things. It's more like write a note about what's bothering you. It doesn't have to be even in the form of a question, you know. So yeah, some of them are much less like easy to give advice, you know. It's night here, then I wish you all the best. This isn't what you're supposed to use these for, but that's okay. There's other little things where you can write a little airplane and send it across the screen for things like that, you know. If I wait here for a second, we'll get one. Giantbomb.com. Gross, dude. This is an ad. How do I report an ad? Whatever. Um, I mean, time apart matters, though. It matters. Even if your friends are true friends, it still matters. We're still friends, Philip, right? But the time apart that we've had since we've played Apex together, you know, we're certainly not as close as we were during that several months. How long was it? A year? Where we were playing Apex every day, you know? There's definitely some drifting apart that happens, whether you like it, you know? And a few weeks isn't maybe long enough for that to happen, but if this person continues on their night owl path, you know, it might be their entire life. They might lose all their friends. They'll have to make new night owl friends. Vampires and shit. The only people who are out at night. To start listening to Coast AM, driving truck, seeing chupacabras and wendigos. But I don't really know that. I don't really know how to help them fix their schedule. I think they, you know, when they say they always end up falling asleep at the wrong time, I think they know how to do it. You know, they got to just go to sleep at the right time. Yeah, we'll skip this one. That's fair. I'm with you. Wait. My girlfriend said that she doesn't know if she's compatible with my lifestyle, and somehow making comments like this seems like she's insinuating that we should leave it. But she says she doesn't want to leave it. What should I do? This is another one where we don't know all the context, right? It's hard to give somebody life-changing advice, like you should break up with your girlfriend, based on 3 sentences, but oh yeah, fuck, we don't know what their lifestyle is, you're right. He's probably a gamer. His lifestyle is probably sit on the couch and play video games all day. Yeah, you're right. Damn, dude. That does make things more complicated, because if she's leaving him because... Or she's thinking about leaving him because he's a piece of shit, then the thing we should tell him is to clean up his act, you know? Save his relationship with his girlfriend, who's with him even though he's kind of a piece of shit right now. She's trying, you know? Because that'll be, in the end, be better for him than maintaining a bad lifestyle. I like that. I like what you just said. That's a really good way to start. Girlfriend worth... If I could type. Um... How the fuck do I phrase this? Is your lifestyle fuck? I don't know. I don't know that we need to make it a career thing, you know, or bring income thing, because that might not even be what he's referring to. I like suggesting the stability of a good career to all the people who are like worried about what job they have, that sort of thing. But we don't know if that's even what this guy means. He might be gay. He might be fucking dudes on the side, you know, and his girlfriend doesn't like it. It's not really going to turn into a career. Oh, you think leave it means leave the lifestyle and not leave the relationship? Ooh. You think she's like trying to date a Mormon or a Jehovah's Witness? My ex-girlfriend, I had an ex-girlfriend whose cousin was dating a Jehovah's Witness, and that was kind of weird. Like, she was talking about how they wanted to, like, you know, he could never go to a party, he could never drink, sort of thing. Oh, damn. I think the first line still applies. Maybe it's like a hardcore religious thing. I think you're right, though. I think initially I took leave it to mean break up, like just an awkward way to say break up, but he doesn't say break up. He says leave it. I think we just leave it at this. Leave it at this. Is your girlfriend worth more than your lifestyle? I think that's the whole thing, dude. Um, it's weird to call it a lifestyle, though. I don't know what the... Like, whatever this is, it's really vague. It's weird to call a church the lifestyle. Yeah, fuck, yeah, I don't know, dude. He could be in the mafia. It could be a cartel thing. Who knows, man? You? What's a name that starts with U? He's probably... He's probably got some Spanish name, dude. He's probably in a cartel. Or Russian, he's Yuri. Alright. Have a nice day, dude. Thank you for coming and giving advice with me for a minute. Anybody have recommendations for games to meet people and make friends? My old friend group has been kind of falling apart. I guess I don't. You know what? I clicked on this. I don't really. What's a good game to meet people in? I think depending on how outgoing you are and how much you're willing to like I don't know, put yourself out there, you can make friends in any game. Maybe that's what we say. Any online multiplayer game where you can talk to people, you know? Not any game, but yeah, I don't know. That's fine. No winkies. We're not throwing any winky faces out there. I like that. You can make friends in any game. You'll probably still be friends with your old friends still. You know? Just because you're drifting apart doesn't mean that you have to never be friends with them. You can go back and talk to people still. I think that's good. I had a traumatizing childhood, and for the first time in my life, I am getting help. I had depression all my life, but it still feels weird to talk about it. True. It feels as if I had just made all my problems up and that it's all in my head, despite knowing that's not true. Is that true? I guess in my case, I don't think that's true. I think it is all in my head. I think all of the problems that I've had in my entire life, maybe not, I shouldn't say all, right? I think most of my problems have been in my fucking head. It's all just anxiety and like feeling awkward talking to people, knowing that I'm fat. Kind of like being shy and nervy. Feeling I don't know, judged. I don't really know how to describe that. What is it? What is that? What's a better word for that? Feeling like everybody's watching you, you know? When nobody's watching you. That's in your head. I think, because mostly people don't give a shit about what everybody else is doing. Like, I think back on, like, I've been doing my current job for like 6 years or 7 years now. Hello, thank you for watching. That is true. I am actually, now that you say that, I am actually broadcasting a lot of the things I do to the internet for people to watch now that you say that. Oh my god, what a fool I am. And like, anyway, you know what? I wouldn't even say 7 years, because I've been I work in retail before I was doing what I'm doing now, which is sort of like a little more managery. I still cashier a lot, right? And I was cashiering 10 years ago in a different store, in a different place, at a different time. But I think back on, like, all of the people that I've checked out in grocery stores. How many of them do I remember? I remember the people now. A lot of them because they live near me and there's only 500 people in my town at the max, you know. I know a lot of people's names now. But when I was living in Ann Arbor, working at the Target, I only have one interaction in my head that I remember from then. Thank you. That's very nice of you. I feel like I'm okay, though, you know? I'm not as fat as I have been fatter. Not by a lot, to be fair. I would say I'm at 95% of my highest weight right now, which is not good. I've been skinnier too, but I've been fatter. I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. I worked out a lot. I haven't done it for a month, so I should start again, to be honest. But I was working out basically from October, November through to the start of February. I'm feeling really good and not losing a lot of weight, but I feel like I'm in better shape than I have been right now than I was at any point previously in the last 5 years. I could go and run a mile right now, you know? I'm not in good shape by any means, but I could go run a mile. In general, I feel like my confidence is higher than it has been for a while. But what the fuck was I saying? Anyway, nobody's paying attention to you. You know, nobody's paying attention to this person most of the time. And like the anxiety from that feeling weird talking about things. It's mostly in his head, probably. He says it's not in his head, but it's mostly in his head. Most of the problems are in his head. They're not made up, but they are in there. Now that I went on that gigantic tangent, how the fuck do I apply that to an actual, like, little note? I don't even know. Also, I really love very cozy, haha, with the second capitalized A. It makes me in my head. I don't know why, but in my head, I vocalized, like, when you read in your head, you read it in your own voice, sort of, and I vocalize that as haha, and that's just like, instead of I don't know. It made me smile, I guess, Blind. Thank you. You're still a very cozy, haha, person. Just because of that extra capitalized A. Let's see. We could all learn to be a little calmer. Last time I stepped in dog poop, you know, I was very calm about it. I think I was doing okay. There wasn't really shit I could do about it. I kind of just had to keep walking, you know. But But you know, I felt like I succeeded in being calm. Even now, even you just said that again. Well, my haha was intended to actually be very awkward. I think I knew what you meant, like, haha, haha, hee hee. Alright, alright, alright. I think that's the wrong thing to say to this person, though, now that I say this. Because they had a traumatizing childhood. My problems are in my head. His problems, or her problems, potentially not in their head. Maybe it was like you know, a traumatizing childhood could mean a lot of things, and that's probably not the right thing to say in this situation. Right thing in my situation, because it was all in my head. Wrong thing for Z. And we should be thinking about Z, and not about ourselves. I had a traumatizing childhood, and for the first time in my life, I am getting help. I had depression all my life, but it still feels weird to talk about it. I know what you mean. Say it feels weird. It's like have to pick at a scab and show it to somebody. I'm kind of really fucking stream of consciousness here and not really paying attention to what my fucking sentences are. You're still a very cozy. Like that? Was that it? That's me, by the way. Sorry, I should have looked at the camera while I did that. It's difficult revealing so much information about yourself, and it's really hard being that open. Oh, hi. I think it's still better to do it, though. I don't know. Good luck. Love you. We'll hit him with the sad-looking doll. My girlfriend is unemployed and depressed. Yeah, me too. I mean, until you Uh, now that you say that, actually, there's two people I want to go look up. But like, I listen to podcasts a lot, and I've listened to talk radio my entire life, like a maniac. And you hear somebody's voice on the internet, and you sort of attach a face to it, right? Somebody's got a high pitched voice, you give them a little Weasley face. Somebody's got a low pitched voice, you make them look like Winston Churchill, sort of thing. Or like, fuck, who's the black guy with the really low? Barry White. Or like Barry White. Um, and you sort of like attach a picture of them in your mind, and like maybe they'll reveal that they're bald or something, and you can like add that to your picture, you know. But until you see an image of them or a video of them, like you never know, and it's always so weird. If I go look up Forrest Burgess right now, what's Forrest Burgess look like? You know, it's probably like a 50-year-old white guy, skinny. He's got a really deep voice. But I'm gonna guess that he's like a skinny guy with a big Adam's apple, and he's gonna look like the guy who played Chewbacca, except with less hair, shorter hair. What was the name of the guy who played Chewbacca? All right, that's my thought. Let me go look up that. Peter Mayhew. All right, I'm gonna guess. Let's just do this real fast. Let's make sure I don't have any weird shit on my desktop. All right, we're gonna do a little experiment. I've been listening to this podcast called fuck, what is it called? Oh my god, Astonishing Legends. Astonishing Legends. It's got Forrest Burgess. What's the other guy's name? Scott Philbrook. Alright, we're not going to look at this yet. But, alright. Forrest Burgess has a deep voice. Scott Philbrook's got a slightly higher pitched voice, but like normal. I'm going to guess Forrest Burgess looks like this guy, Peter Mayhew. Little goofy. Older white guy. Kind of skinny. You know? I have no idea what Forrest Burgess actually looks like, but here's where we find out. Images. Wait, both of these? This got to be both of them. About. That's Forrest Burgess. Nothing like what I thought, actually. I was thinking like this. He looks like this. Although, that can't be right. He looks way older than that. He sounds way older than this. He is white. We could tell he was white, though. This is not what I would have guessed for Scott Philbrook either, but Forrest was the Forrest was the one I was thinking of, because he's got a really distinctive voice. And I was thinking he was going to be like 8 feet tall, Peter Mayhew looking guy, you know? With a really deep voice. But, you know, you never know. Here's what I look like. My hair's a little long, a little messy right now. That's me, you know? And now you know. Now the secret's out. Not that I've ever really hidden it, but it's hard to tell. Just listening to somebody online. I think I spent this entire Words Day talking about shit that wasn't these. I think we've gone through like 3 of these. My girlfriend is unemployed and depressed. We love each other, but she often gets down and sad about doing nothing and would like to. But then she gets lazy or tired quickly. I'm trying to take initiative for her, but I can't babysit 24/7, and I wonder how I could help her. This is hard too. It looks fire or it looks fine. Two different things. One means really good, one means, you know, fine. But I'll take either. Fuck it. My hair, it I like it long, right? But I really don't like where it looks. The way it looks. I like it really short and I like it really long. And I don't like anywhere in between. And for the last like 2 months, I've been letting it grow out. And I just hated it all the time because I wear headphones and I get these like. Not, you know what? This is going to be a fucking weird way to end Word Day talking about how I look and shit. But I like take my headphones off and I get these weird little puffs, you know? And it, because I have headphones on all the time, my hair gets pushed down and I end up with like a mushroom head. And I kind of hate that. But and it's worse when it's just like sort of getting long. Once it gets long, it's not as bad because I can wave my fingers through it and it clears it right out. And while it's short, it doesn't matter because it's short. But in the middle, I can't stand it. And I'm almost out of that phase, I think. It's almost just long enough. How can we help? I've had too much. You know what? I've been drinking caffeine the last few days too, and I can really feel it right now. I feel like I've been yammering the entire time in weekly words, and when sometimes I'm just dead quiet too. Thank you though for complimenting my hair. Am I completely unkempt? All I did was wash my hair today, and that was it. My problem is whenever I wash it, it looks the way I want, but I'm lazy, so I don't wash it often. And after 2 to 3 days of not washing, the ends start curling inwards. I know what you mean. I think that's more a length thing for me, because like with the way my hair curls, when it's at just the right length, it goes backwards and out how I like. Then it gets a little longer and it starts going back in, and I think it's more a curl thing than like a dirty thing. And not like on a daily thing. It'll stay that way forever, you know. But I know what you mean. I think mine is just at the point where I'm going to be able to like fluff out the back and make it really poofy too. I'm getting old. And I can definitely tell my hair is thinning on top now too. I haven't really thought about it that hard, and it's still pretty thick, but it was so much thicker when I was a kid. When I was a young man. So I haven't had it long in a while. I'm wondering if it's going to be too thin on top and I'm going to have like weird old man long hair. You know? I'm getting old and I don't know if the hair that I had when I was 25 is going to look as good. I don't know that there's really anything you can do to help a depressed person. I mean, there's things that you can do. You can be there and be supportive, right? But if she's in a depressive state, I think everybody's hair thins, yeah. Mine hasn't been falling out like that. It does, you know, it does fall out a little bit. I don't have to clean my shower drain or anything that often. But, I think everybody's thins as they get older, especially dudes. Mine still feels just as thick as it used to on the sides and the back, like I'm gonna get male pattern baldness. But the men in my family have never really been bald, right? They've always had hair even into their like 80s and shit. but it'll be thinner. Well, I'm sorry about your hair. I'm sure yours looks great too, though. Cool as ice. I think we gotta skip this one. Honestly, I don't know. We can't skip it. Good luck. Love you. We're gonna throw out the kami. I think it always feels worse than it is too, you know? Like you say you've been picking it out of your drain, right? And finding it in your food, but you know, you find one hair in your food or 2 hairs in your food, and you find like a week's worth in your drain, and it really, that shit's all growing back, you know? So it's not really thinning your hair, it just feels like it's thinning your hair, you know? Yeah, the part where the water goes out is called a drain, whether it's in a sink or a bathtub or anything, you know? If it's just a hole in the floor, it's still called a drain, you know? But that's where the hair would catch for sure. But I think it, just like everything, when you're thinking about yourself, it always feels worse than it actually is, you know? You always think it's worse than it is. I read a story, maybe it was a Reddit thing, years ago, where it's like your brain, because parts of your body have more nerve endings, your brain thinks of them as bigger than they are. So like your tongue, and like the things your tongue can feel, like your teeth and your lips and your eyes, nose, face, they all feel, and your hands, your brain thinks they're all bigger than they actually are because of the nerve endings and all that. And it's just like, if you're focusing on something, it's always bigger than it actually is. Like your brain's focused on it and it becomes larger than life. I don't know. Totally a tangent. But it's the same with your hair. If you're focused on it, you're going to be more worried about it than really it deserves, probably. Got into a stupid debate with a friend online, and a few people just sat and watched. It never really escalated, and neither of us are holding grudges, but I can feel the awkwardness. And the last thing I want is for another friend to hop on and read that and restart it. I mean, I kind of am just saying just don't worry about it. Yeah. It's, not so much that, but, like, worry about it, but try to remember that... Try to remember that there's, like, an appropriate amount of worry for everything. It's okay to worry about things, but it's all about perspective, you know? If you can take a step back, think about what another person sees, maybe. Think about it from, like, an outside perspective. Not many people are really thinking about how thin other people's hair is, you know? It's so easy to think of ourselves as, like, the center of attention because we are our center of attention. But for everybody else, they're all focused on themselves and nobody's really thinking about us. You know? So it's not worth worrying about too much. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know, man. Got into a stupid debate with a friend online, and a few people just sat and watched. This sounds like he got into a fight on a Discord text chat, and the Discord, like, chat is still there. And everybody who comes and logs into the Discord can see it, you know? Politics, maybe. Could have been anything. Are traps gay? The age-old questions. This is one of the reasons I hate debating. I kind of like... I'm not, you know... I kind of like debating with people about things. I don't have the brain for it. I can't keep my thoughts straight even when I'm completely focused. And I go off on too many totally unrelated things. Like talking about how your brain thinks your face is bigger than it is. But it's always interesting to me to have that little conflict. A little bit of conflict, like put your brain to the test sort of thing, you know? How do you know your ideas are worth anything if you can't defend them a tiny bit? But that little conflict is strain that your relationships don't need if it's somebody you're friends with, you know? If it's somebody that you're friends with and you haven't really talked about whatever you're debating about before, you don't know what their stance is. What if they're like a neo-Nazi, you know? And you just never knew. They're gonna start saying 1488, Hail Hitler shit. And then you're gonna have to be like, oh, you're not the person I thought you were. I guess we're not friends anymore, sort of thing. And then that relationship's gone. Even if you really liked them before you found out their weird secrets. Or maybe they're like foot fetishists, and that's weird too. That's not that weird though, actually. It's certainly not on the scale of Nazism. That was a bad second example. I started with the worst one, and then anything I said after that was going to be really bad too. Damn, dude, I don't know what to say to this guy though either. I think that awkward Post some memes. You feeling bad? Feeling like you don't want other people to see it? Go post some memes about it, you know? Let's hit him with the dinosaur. This is probably terrible advice, but that's me. That's all we have to give, so fuck it. Yo, wait, N just yoinked us. We said this shit before. But we're not going to reply to it because all of our dreams are not coming true. And I don't have any proud accomplishments or wishes for the future. I'm an NPC. I keep being anxious surrounding a friend liking me or not. They've already shown me they absolutely adore me. We've had such great times together, yet I can't help but feel some ungrounded anxiety for our friendship. This is like where I was saying everything was in my head earlier. Elle's got that shit going on. My friends moved away. The past few years I've been working as a teacher, and while actually teaching has been really enjoyable, everything else with it has me burnt out. I'd like to think about doing something else. I have no idea what else I could do for work with my teaching degree and feel lost. Man, teaching is like the most thankless thing in the world. You don't get paid anything. The kids, like, you have to go to the school and none of the other people in the school want to be there, right? The kids don't want to be there for the most part. I guess it depends on the school. But, like, we had teachers that I loved. There was teachers in my school that everybody loved. And there was teachers in my school that not everybody loved, you know? And it's like, if you're not the one that the people, like the kids, adore for no reason, what about the job where people clean large toilet pipe leakages with lots of poop? I bet those guys get paid good, though. And you don't have to deal with fucking 60 kids who just yell all day and don't do their homework. I think I'd rather clean poop than teach. Make me one of the fucking porta potty suckers, you know? Over a teacher. I think that's where it's at right now. Like, a teacher makes 20 grand a year or whatever. They probably make more than that. But not enough to deal with what they have to deal with. And parents are, you know, terrible. Like, if there's, like, misbehaving students in the school, you know, chances are their parents are misbehaving students in the school. And they don't give a shit what the teachers say, you know? It's like they deal with... It's a lot like retail, honestly. Because everybody sends their kids to school, you have to deal with the fucking most annoying people. Everybody's got to go grocery shopping, so you have to deal with all of the doddering old grandmas and all of the, like, stinky people and all of the, like, people who pull the change out of their sweaty pockets, sweaty couch cushions, and it smells like grime, you know? And teaching's the same. Like, all those same people have to take their kids to school. And they're grimy, sweaty kids. And they're doddering old lady kids. You know? Just dealing with Any job where you have to deal with a large number of people's kind of torturous. And teaching's got a lot of other shit going on too. I don't know. Do we have any advice for a teacher, though? Not really. I guess everything I just said was like, how can I build a common relationship with a teacher in my mind? And it's that we both have to deal with every person in society, you know? Get a personal therapist. They can't afford it, dude. They're broke. They're just as broke as I am. Ah. What do we say to M? Maybe we do this the other way around. You know what? This is... we're not going to say this. We're skipping that part. I do like the idea of suggesting tutoring. Because private tutors exist. I guess it depends on where this person's at. Like, no shot anybody near me could become a private tutor because nobody gives a shit about their kids here. But if you were, like, in a more populated place... I live in the middle of nowhere. Everybody, like, the kids here literally have to ride on the bus for 2 hours to get to school, so... like, if I was going to drive to the nearest high school from here, it's like 25, 30 minutes. And, you know, the buses have to drive around and they're slow. So, yeah, the kid gets picked up at fucking 4:30 in the morning and gets to school at 7. Sort of thing. I don't know that they even want a job that's similar to teaching, right? If you've been struggling with teaching because it's quote unquote difficult and thankless, do you want to become a university professor, you know? Probably not. What other jobs are similar to teaching? Like a tennis coach? Yoga instructor? That's all. I guess that's all just teaching. Coaching and instructing is just teaching. I don't know. Maybe that's part of why I don't really know what to tell them, because I don't have any idea what else they could do for work with their teaching degree. Except that a lot of the time, what sort of degree you have doesn't matter as much as just the fact that you have one. Let's save them from searching that, and let's just search it ourselves. Alternate jobs for a teacher. 25 highest paying alternative careers for teachers. Teacher burnout is a very real phenomenon, pushing many teachers to leave their profession every year, but what you might not realize is how many skills learned in education degree programs and on the job can transfer to alternative careers. What is a teacher, after all, but a project manager, HR rep, life coach, motivational speaker, and creative entrepreneur all wrapped up into one? Just because your degree is in education, that doesn't mean teaching is your only option. In fact, there are many great career changes for teachers out there, whether it means moving up the ladder or looking into jobs in education fields besides teaching. Administration. That's probably the part that made them miserable. Standardized test developer. Educational consultant, homeschool consultant, after-school program director, curriculum design, instructional designer, school child psychologist. You know what? Let's just, That helped a lot, actually. I think that was a really good call, Blind. It might not be the sort of thing they want, because they like the actual teaching part, and it's all the administrative shit that they didn't like as much, but some of those things on the list seem totally fair. Do you think it's lunchtime? Is it lunchtime? Oh my god, it's gotta be. It's 12:40. It's way past lunchtime. Sorry, cutie. We missed lunch. We missed lunch for my pets. Let's see. Let's not. We won't tell them to try that. I just Googled. College consensus. Um, Transferable has one R? I think it just has one R. Transferable. Yeah. Um, you know, it's kind of weird too. Oh, but if you really love teaching, perhaps you could discuss the things with your employer. Oh, that's true. Although, man, I'm gonna guess that the thing that they dislike the most is actually discussing things with their employer. Every time I've ever talked to a teacher, even when I was still in high school, like, the thing that was the biggest pain in the ass is dealing with the administration stuff. It could still be worth trying. That's true. I was gonna say that it's weird to think that when I was in school, probably most of my teachers were around my age now. You know what I mean? Like, I had some older ones for sure. But I think Mrs. Opatich was probably like mid 30s, late 30s maybe, 38 something when I was I mean, I had her for 4 years. She's probably like 35 when I saw her the first time, you know? Probably my age when I met her the first time. And I love Mrs. Opatich. Mr. Browie was probably a little younger, I think, than I am now. Not a lot of them. Maybe not a lot of teachers were my age, but it's like so strange to think back and go, the people who I sort of like, not that I held all my teachers up on a pedestal, right? But they're definitely like, you think of adults as a separate type of person when you're a kid, you know? And like, you think they have all their shit together. And teachers, you know, you think your teachers kind of like, they act professional, so you think of them as like above problems, like trying to find a new job, you know? But they're not. They're just me right now, except 20 years ago. Kind of weird. Kind of weird to think about. I guess that's what we're here for. That's why I launched the game today, you know, is to think about that weird sort of thing. What's the word for it? Somner? Is that it? Somner? The realization that other people exist, have their own shit. Somner. No, not Somner. What the fuck is that? The realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own. Sonder. With a D. Sonder. Saunders, the realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own, populated with their own ambitions, friends, routines, worries, and inherited craziness. An epic story that continues invisibly around you like an anthill sprawling deep underground with elaborate passageways to thousands of other lives that you'll never know existed, in which you might appear only once as an extra, sipping coffee in the background, as a blur of traffic passing on the highway, as a lighted window at dusk. That's what I was to my teachers, was just a lighted window at dusk, you know? Kind of weird. But I guess that's, you know, that's that. I've read that shit before. That's why I had it in my head, so. I don't know. We'll wrap it up. Let's wrap her up. Let's wrap her up. Also love feeling-oriented games. Oh, man. What games gave me feelings? The Outer Wilds definitely gave me feelings. Kind Words. We'll recommend Kind Words to him. That's a feeling-oriented game. A Little to the Left kind of gave me feelings. Sort of. What else gave us feelings? So hard to remember. Brain doesn't work anymore, you know? Red Dead Redemption 2 gave us some feelings. That's not really an indie game, though. Phasmophobia definitely gave us feelings. Not good feelings. You know what? We'll roll past this one. I'm not even gonna look at it. We're not looking at this one anymore. Oh my god, my boyfriend still doesn't want to tell his ex after a year and a half of dating me that he's seeing someone. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Hit him with the haha. Meme ASCII art. I don't know that we can fit ASCII art in our little window. I don't know if the... I don't know any meme ASCII art either, for that matter. How do I get this to copy paste in here? There's no way. Let's open this up on another window and I'll just try and copy it. No, look, it's already, I'm already fucking it up. Wait. It's an image. It's an image, dude. I can't copy it. Look how far apart my lines are, too, actually. There's no way. These are supposed to be cat ears. All right, you know what? I'm giving up on this one. I think this, if I'm honest, I don't know what it is about haha with the second A capitalized. Really does it for me, and I'm hoping it does it for this person too. Not to like I'm not just bringing it up again because I don't know. I don't know. Genuinely though, I saw that shit and just read it funny in my head, and it just makes me laugh, makes me smile. So, sorry, it was one. I don't know that copying that into the thing would have done anything, and two, it's not doing anything on Twitch either. I can't tell what that's supposed to be at all. It doesn't look like a cock and balls though, so that's good. I've seen enough of those on Twitch chats before. All right, let's do one more, and then I'm gonna stop. This has gone on for twice as long as I thought. It's a cat. Oh, I see it now. I do see a cat. Somewhere in there. That might be eyes. I see eyes and nose, maybe. Um... Oh, man. Ah, you know what? Let's just let's just think of a request. Oh. Oh wait. Hold on. Does this work? Nope, that shit don't work at all. I did the same thing you did. There's no spaces in it. There's no one that's too many trees, I guess, and there's no spaces in it. That shit don't work at all. How about this one? It looks so good in the text box, and then it don't show up as shit. Maybe it's a width thing. Oh yeah, if I shrink my chat down, that one shows up great. I don't know if it does for you. Here's this. Let's see. Display right. There's Saitama right there. Right here. ASCIiArt.eu. You know what? Whichever one of these you posted, I think I was thinking the eyes were something else. I think I was looking at something else. I got Saitama off of this one. The fifth cat. Yeah, I was definitely not looking at the eyes. I don't know what I was looking at. I think it was the bottom of the tail. The lowest part of the tail is what I was thinking might be the eyes. Okay, all right. We got to think of something to write, and I got to go feed my dogs. He's desperate. He's desperate. Here's this again. Don't mind my messy room. Look at that little cutie. What are we worried about today? I'm still thinking about Ed. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about Ed on here. Mr. Robinson passed away. 2.5 weeks ago, I guess. I think it was 2.5. We're late. Yeah, we're definitely late by an hour to lunch. He's trying really hard to not rush me, but I can tell what he wants. And yeah, we've had a little note out on the counter at the store so people can write condolences about Mr. Robinson in the card, and I've had to like talk about it to a bunch of people who've come in and not known what happened and all that, and like, you know, a lot of not everybody knew Ed, right? But he was around, so a lot of people did know him. And it's weird to be the one to break the news of somebody's death to somebody who they knew, you know? Not that, you know, it's exactly me doing it. It's more like they see the note and they read it, but I'm the one that's there to talk to them about it sometimes. I don't know. It's still weird. It's still weird. And everything sort of just moves on, you know? It's weird that somebody dies unexpectedly and there's not really anything you can do about it other than just keep on going on. Feels like there should be more to do. But it's not like I was that close to Ed either, so it's sort of a detached thing. Like, it feels weird that there's not more to it. You know, you just one day you croak and your family's got to go on without you, and it's like, what else is there? What else can they do? Life has to carry on. But it feels like you should, you know. I guess it's not like when somebody gets wrongfully killed by the police and they can sue the state for $15 million, you know? At least then, like, their family member died and they got a big payout. You can take that $15 million and wipe your tears away with it. Ed's family's not getting shit because he died in an accident. He's just... I doubt he even had life insurance. I don't know. Who knows, you know? Let's try... Ooh, that's like almost there. Do you see it? This is what it looks like. Maybe we do like this back a little bit. I think this is supposed to be more like this. He's a little fat because the lines are so far apart in this, but like, this is his ear, this is his mouth, and this is eyes, and this is the side of his face. This is his whole head right here. His legs. He's laying on his side and sleeping. Shit, it doesn't look good when I copy and paste it in a Twitch chat either. It don't look like nothing. That's not really appropriate for the question either, though. We're just gonna go with this. The same shit I said, but I don't know. I don't know. Man, fucking Ed died. God damn, dude. It's so hard to believe still. I feel like I've only talked about it on Kind Words Day, but like, there's so many fucking 90-year-old people around near me. Everybody around me is ancient that lives near me because I live in like the middle of the woods and nobody moves up here until they're retired and ready to live away from town. And some of them, they move back to town at some point because you got to be closer to the hospital or closer to your doctors. But like Ed had another fucking 40 years left in him, man. That guy, he wasn't old. He was like, fuck, I don't know, 50 something. He could have gone on for another fucking 50 years. It's just so strange. It's all it takes to snuff out his life. I mean, I wasn't streaming. I did talk about it on Kind Words, but I wasn't streaming at the time when somebody else I knew passed away, maybe 5 years ago now. But, man, I don't know. It's just weird. Feels like there should be something else to it. I guess that's all for today. I'm gonna get up and do some cleaning, do some chores, fix my laundry, feed my puppy. Um, I don't think I do believe in the afterlife. I mean, it's a nice thought, but I don't know. It would be nice. I guess what I'd say is it would be really nice. I'm gonna go do some chores, do some dishes, do my laundry, feed my dog, clean up my room a little bit. I'll probably come back on and stream again in a couple hours, maybe. I'm gonna play more Diablo 4. The Diablo 4 beta is happening now. I was having a nice time with it. I started a sorceress. I'll probably play a little more of that tonight. No guarantees, but that's my plan anyway. Um, Thank you, Blind, for coming and hanging out for like a long time and showing me some cool ASCII art and helping me with giving advice. And thank you, Philip, Washilly TV, my friend Mornless. And thank you, Mascuda, for coming to say hi. I hope you guys have a nice day. Love you. Farewell for now.